in today. Let me say welcome to all the members today. We are almost full board. We are just two in short. Let me say thank you for coming, the little ones as well. My little ones are always part of our meetings. We've got special guests today as well. We've got our DG Paul McInnes, and in absentia his wife just a minute ago just called and apologised. See, that's the boss.
It is true. No, it's my son.
Okay, we'd like to also welcome another special guest, which is Graham, our guiding lion, and Tom, our zone chairperson, as well as Lalita, who's part of the GMT. We will also be welcoming Deputy Mayor Rachel Haria, who is running a little bit late. Hopefully will be part of our ceremony towards the end of the meeting. We also have new members we are inducting tonight. Let me start with Sonia, since she's here. And we've got, yes, welcome. We've got as well Dolly, who is Farouki's wife. I think they're running a little bit late, but I just had to start the meeting. As well as Marina and her husband Jimmy. Hopefully they'll show up soon too. We've got special visitors today. Hopefully they could be potential members in the future. Let's welcome David and Dom. Thanks for coming, guys. As well as Joseph, thanks for coming. He is representing us, Arab Media, today, which I'd like to let you know that they are live streaming us tonight for our special event. Thanks for coming in and thanks for the opportunity, guys. I have a couple of apologies. We've got Keith and Faiza, who are members that are away. They couldn't make it today. They sent their apologies. As well as Dr. Ala and his wife Nadia. They just arrived from overseas last night and they're a little bit jet lagged, so they thought it would be a bad idea to come in today. As Rafi always does, he sends the meeting minutes, the previous ones, through email. I know we might all be busy, we couldn't see it or go through it. I'll pass a copy at the moment. You can have a quick look. If there's anything we need to change, let me know, and then we'd have to move it and second it. I'll just pass it along. Sorry, I'm a lefty, so we'll go left. Since we've got our special guest, DG Paul McInnes, with us today, we'd like to ask him for a word, if you don't mind.
Oh, I get first, do I?
Yes, of course. Would you like the microphone or your phone?
Yeah, if you got one.
Yeah, of course.
That works?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's great to obviously be invited and come again. And, Canterbury Bankstown, I know you restarted about 2-3 years ago.
Oh, just barely a year ago.
Was it?
Yeah. Just only last November we had our recharge night.
Yeah.
It was then a couple of months earlier.
Before,
yeah,
okay.
just 18 months, let's say.
Yeah.
But,
I was guiding line before, but COVID hit, so that's why.
And then through COVID there wasn't much happening. Because I was going to say, I remember the recharge.
We only had
on the system.
Recharge.
Yeah, on the system, yeah. But having said that, your club was actually formed 67 years ago.
Yes.
And you were number 55 in Australia.
Wow.
So, being single digits is something to be proud of. So it was very worthwhile keeping open. Obviously, I had on the system 22 members, but I'm told there's more tonight. So
yes, hopefully.
I love my numbers being wrong when it's that direction.
Yes.
And you're obviously very active. I've been looking at what's in my line.
Yeah.
And I've got a bit bored reading.
Yes, we are.
There was a lot of entries, which is great to see, to be positive.
Thank you.
Look, from my side, back in July, I had the privilege of attending the National Convention in Boston, where Dr. Paddy Hill was elected as International President and inducted. Her theme for the year is changing the world. And she says, one person, one community, one individual at a time. When you think about changing the world, how do we do that? But when you think each club, if you help one person or one child, or you buy a TV for a hospital, you run a camp for disabled or something like that, help someone. You multiply that by 50,000 Lions clubs operating in 200 countries, and we really can make a difference and change the world. From my side, every DG has a theme, and mine for the year is serving together achieves more. So obviously I want to encourage clubs to combine their efforts, help each other, maybe do some joint ventures. Helen Keller, we've all heard of in Lions, as the first deaf and blind lady to earn a bachelor's degree. She's famous in Lions from her presentation in 1925, at the end of which she challenged Lions to be Knights of the Blind in the crusade against darkness, for the full sentence. But I look at it from another one. She was an activist, right, through the US for many years, long outside Lions. But one of her other famous quotes was, "An individual can do so little, but together we can do so much." And I think that's just so true. And that's where Lions come in. An individual, yeah, you can help somebody, you can make a donation somewhere. As a club, you can do so much more. As a zone or a district, or what we do international, is unlimited what we can achieve if we put our minds to it. And I'm obviously pushing our zone chairman, one of which is here tonight, to maybe do some zone projects. We've got one going in my zone from Zone 10, where we're buying a food van for Bill Cruz. And again, it's $130,000 for the van. We could never have done that at a club level by ourselves.
True.
Where with multiple clubs involved, LCIF's help and whatever, it all becomes possible. Now, part of every district governor, before you're installed, you've got to set goals. And these goals are moderated, it's a nice way of putting it, dictated, maybe another way, but by international. You've got certain guidelines you meet.
Hello, come on in.
One of our big programs is always membership. It's the key on everybody's lips all the time. And people say, why do we always push for new members? And it's basically simple. From the old program we had, every new member is 2 more hands, and that can work. Lions have been stable in membership, or maybe in Australia slightly declining for 10 or 12 years. But in that time, the population has grown dramatically. So just to keep the same level of service to the community, we need more people. We need more clubs. And I hate to say, we'll get old, and we lose probably 30 or 40 Lions that fall off the perch, to put it nicely, each year. There's members that have been in Lions for 60 years. We need younger people to replace them, and younger people to maybe do the physical work where they're getting a bit hard to do. So in Australia, we set up a program called BAND, which is the Big Audacious Mission. It was originally BAP, the Big Audacious Plan, but there wasn't so much a plan as an objective. And that's to get 30,000 members by the year 2030 and 50,000 members by the year 2050. Now, 2050, sorry. 2050, I'm not worried about, because it won't be my problem. I probably won't be here by then. 2030 to reach our 30,000, and currently, when we started it, we had just under 23,000 members. So it's roughly 1,000 members a year we've got to add. Sounds like a lot, but if you start breaking that down with roughly 20 districts, that's only 50 per district. So we need 1 new member a week. Or if you break it down to the clubs, and so my goal for our district is plus 50 for the year, funny that, matches the numbers, but we've got 81 clubs. If every club had a net 1 growth in the year, we would blow those targets out of the water. So they're really not as big or as audacious as we seem to think when you look at it on the big scale. From a club level, everyone's +1, we're doing fine. My personal goal is to get the district to 2,000 members, which is a little bit more than that. It's about an extra 100. We're at 90. We started the year at 1890 or something, rather. We're at 1,934, I think it was today, at 3 o'clock, unless someone changed something. When I looked, I'd love to make that a nice even 2,000 members. So we still need another 67, 66 members to get to where I would like to be. And I don't believe that's that difficult. The official goal was also to open 1 new club, and my personal target was to make it 4. Now, Vin did 12 clubs last year, so there's no way are we going to try and duplicate what he did. And nor could we probably handle the strain it would put on our district and people to try and set these clubs up and get them going. But year to date, we've done 2. We chartered our first 2 clubs about 3 weeks ago. So we're well on target with that side as well. Service. They always like us to grow service, and they measure service as what's reported in my line. Well, Vin had 100% of clubs in Sydney report service last year, so I'm not sure how I grow 100.
No, it should be easy.
So that's a problem. But when you break the numbers down, of all the service we reported, only 31% of it was actually service. Most of it was meetings, donations, other things, not actually doing something to help the community. So that's the area I'd like to see us grow. If we can get that up to 40% or something, I would be quite pleased. Leadership, always on the thing, training. It was great this year. We got 100% of zonies attended training, one way or another. We normally only get about 50%. Though of club officers, I think my target was to get 50% trained, and we got about 30. So we need to push a bit more there to get the people that take the title to actually do some training on how it works and what they should be doing. LCIF, which is Lions Club International Foundation, and it's our only international foundation. Right? It funds disaster relief, all sorts of things. The food bank we're getting from Bill Cruz in Ashfield, they're giving us 75% of the money. Any club can, well not any club, any group of clubs can apply for funding from LCIF, and generally they'll give you 50% at least as a matching grant. The big Murphy that everyone talks about is why are we giving money to an overseas foundation? Why are we here? And I can guarantee you 100% of what's donated to LCIF through the Australian website stays in Australia. It has to by law, because you get a tax deduction when you donate to it. And the Australian government don't give you a tax deduction for something you're sending overseas. So all that money does stay here, and in fact, we're a net recipient from LCIF. We receive way more than what we actually donate. So nothing goes overseas. And I would encourage all clubs to make a donation, and by that, I don't care how big or how small. If you want to give them $10,000 and they'll love you. You give them $50, I'm happy. Because if you want to get a Club Excellence Award, there's a few basic criteria. But one is you've got to have made a donation to LCIF, but it doesn't have to be big. You need to have a positive membership base, which you obviously have. That was for a couple of years. You need to have done service 2 service projects and recorded by LCI, and you need to advertise on Facebook or something. So it's very easy criteria. The only one you miss is your LCIF brand.
Yeah.
So don't make it big if you don't want to. But give something, and then you can get in the running for the awards. I always got to add on the end of that, don't forget ALF, Australian Lions Foundation. But they'll give grants up to $15,000 as a matching grant, and you'll get an answer for them in about 48 hours. So if you want to buy a TV for a hospital for $1,000, you can get 500 of them from ALF. And if you're not tapping into those markets, you're wasting your own money.
Yeah.
So you can basically double what you're getting. You've got to join ALF, but it costs nothing to join.
Yeah.
So it's easy to do. Leo's and Graham's here, but we're in the wrong hat tonight. You haven't got them to start a Leo club yet. They will, good. The big thing I put into my goals for the year was to grow the Leos. I want to encourage engagement with the youth of our district. You know, they are our future. You know, and the best way we can do that is through the Leos Club. And people say, but they never join Lions. You know, why bother? Well, I don't really care whether they ever join Lions or not. Hopefully they will. I know I've got 2 members of our club, when they join, say, I was in Leos in India. And now they're joining a Lions club in Australia. But at least we're teaching the young people to have some community spirit and give back and to help. And if we do nothing else, that's enough. The other thing I get in trouble for saying, they're good cheap labour for them. Like at my club, we do a lot of food collections at the Woolies in Albury. And the young Leos always come and hand out the forms for us. And I hate to say, some 16-year-old boys and girls handing out a flyer, a lot more people take them than old rascals like me try to say, do you want one of these? So they're quite useful, and then they run their own projects very much like a Lions Club. So I very much encourage, and that's Graham's big job for the year. How long have I spoken? I always say by more than 15 minutes it's throw me off because people get bored. Just a few other points to make sure, and the Secretary can tell us, that you have an up-to-date fundraising licence, because that's a legal issue. If you don't, I forgot to look before I come. They'll tell you if you're under 15,000 a year, you don't need to, whatever. The bottom line, if you've had one and it expired, which your club will have had in the past, it's a $5,000 fine for every fundraising project you do without one. The cost of getting one is zero. It's only a matter of filling in the paperwork and recording, and then each year you've got to send a copy of your audit report.
So threshold is 50,000?
Sorry?
Threshold?
No,
15,000.
Yeah, 15. Now I checked because my information could be a little bit old, right? But if you don't have one, I strongly suggest you get one. I'm assuming you have an ABN?
Yes, we do.
Yes, and to have that you've got to be incorporated. Yes, because incorporation is important because that protects you, the officers, more than anything else, under New South Wales. The other big one that Graham's interested in is child safe policy. Do you have a copy of the child safe manual?
Of the, what is it? Child safe
policy manual.
Do we have? Yeah,
and that's
we have.
the one thing I find.
He says we have it.
Yeah, but if you don't know about it, it's pointless.
I know.
And it's amazing. Most clubs look at me blank when I say that.
I'll have to shut the microphone if you don't mind for it outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
I'm about done anyway. Yeah, the child safe policy manual is important. It gives you all the rules of how you run a use of the year, even down to a barbecue, what you do to protect the children. And more importantly, to protect yourselves. Because if you do the right things and one of your members does the wrong thing, the club's still protected. If we don't follow the policies and someone does something wrong, and there's a case, following on that is the Working with Children register.
Most of us have it,
No law to say you've got to have a Working with Children, but it's free to get. So again, there's no reason not to. But you can't work on any project that involves children if you don't have one. Theoretically, your children here tonight, if they don't have one, they shouldn't be here. I'm exaggerating the thing.
I understand.
You can also take it to the point you can't do a barbecue because a child might come up to buy a sausage. So Lions took it very strongly after the Royal Commission, right? And they spent a lot of money writing up these policies. It's worth reading. And again, keep your Working with Children numbers and expiry dates up to date. And Graham haven't kept you on that one. There's something wrong.
Do you have a list?
So I would assume that. The other one is, do you have a sign-on sheet every time you do a project?
No, but we report every.
Doesn't
it's
matter.
different than reporting.
Well, we only use those sign-on sheets for non-members doing
No, you need it for every line. And if anyone gets hurt, or I come up a week later with a bad back, first thing the insurance company wants to see is proof that they were working on that day. And that's where,
Yes.
and that's where the sign-on sheets, yes, are useful for filling in my line,
Yeah.
but you should keep them because they're proof if needed for an insurance case.
Yeah.
Or if there was a claim against child abuse. If you had a claim against child abuse, if you've got a record of who works for Lions and you've got to work with children
Yep.
check for all those people,
Yep.
your club's in the clear.
Yeah.
If you don't have, you can be held liable. So it's cover your backside
Yeah, that's true.
type stuff.
Yeah.
There's a case at the moment, which I can't tell you the details of, that came up the last council meeting, but under the redress scheme for the child abuse that went through the Royal Commission, there's a Lions Club's been named. In fact, there's been two, but this particular one, that club did absolutely nothing. They funded a teenage refuge. They weren't involved in running it, they just helped fund it, as Lions clubs do.
Yeah.
Someone has claimed they were abused back in 1995,
Oops.
right, in that refuge. Therefore, Lions are named in that case because they helped to fund
Wow.
the centre.
Interesting.
Right, so this is how it stretches, and the legal issues. So that's where keeping records, particularly when it comes to children, is very important. So sign-on sheets,
Yes.
something I'm pushing everyone because we should do. Few bits to promote. I can't come without a few ads.
Yes.
And obviously Youth of the Year.
Yes.
I'd encourage, if you're not
We are
involved
working
with,
on it.
to get involved
Yeah,
with.
We're on it.
The district convention, I left my
Yes.
flyers in my car, November 10th, 11th and
Yes.
12th.
It's part of the agenda.
It's moved from, it was originally at Parramatta Stadium, but Parramatta didn't want us there. No, actually, who backs soccer?
Isn't it?
Being an Arab club, are you soccer fanatics?
They all follow soccer.
We
Yeah,
do.
see, anyone who follows soccer is not allowed in Lions anymore. Because the A-League moved their season forward and we got kicked out of the stadium for our convention. So it's all the fault of the A-League. So I'm not a soccer fan.
Okay, not anymore.
But we got it moved to a core stadium at Olympic Park.
Yeah.
So we got a bigger venue.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah. They felt, well, we looked at it way back and it was too expensive.
Yeah.
And when they rung us to kick us out, they sort of said, can we help you find something? And, a core is available because it's the same state government department that runs all of the stadiums. And I said to this guy on the phone, look, no problem, but I assume the price won't change.
Yeah.
And he went quiet for a bit.
Yeah.
And then just said, okay, well, we can probably wear the difference. So,
Yes.
So that's sort of how we got there. And the point is, this convention, like all conventions, is absolutely free to attend
Yeah.
and to vote and whatever else.
Yeah.
We do charge, however, for hospitality.
Well, you gotta eat.
Yeah, if you want to eat with us, it's going to cost, but it's very heavily subsidised.
Yeah.
So if you come for just Saturday, I think it's morning tea, lunch, afternoon tea, is $25.
Yeah.
There's a big gala dinner on the Saturday night, I think $75. If you buy the whole package, it's $140 for the 3 days, which is 2 hours of drinking and canapes on Friday night, all day Saturday, breakfast,
Nice.
morning tea, lunch on Sunday.
10, 11, 12. It's part of the agenda.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
So I'd strongly recommend you come along.
Yep.
There'll be guest speakers. There'll be a lot of boring stuff. We have elections for district governor, and we have our AGM
We gotta do what we gotta do.
for a little while, and any motions that people want to change constitutions or anything in the district has to be approved by a convention. So, but we've got some guest speakers as well.
Yeah.
I've got a lady from the Philippines who runs a feeding program in Tondo, which is the slums of Manila. She's a personal friend, but I've known her for years.
Yeah.
She always said, if you ever become district governor, I'll come to your convention. But 2 years ago, I rang her and said, book your ticket.
There you go.
She also spoke at the international convention
Yeah.
in the US, so
Nice.
she does a lot of good work. The multi-district convention is in Darwin next year. So if you like the first one, you might want to go to the multi-district one, which will be in Darwin. And the international convention, for the first time in a long time, will be in Melbourne.
Nice.
Now, when I went to the international ones in Boston this year, there was 11,000 registrants for the convention. The March of Nations had, I think, 6,000 people march, and it stepped off at 9 o'clock. The last people stepped off at 12:15. And this was through the main street of Boston. So something similar will happen in Melbourne. So if you've never been to one, which I'm sure most of you haven't, I would highly recommend going to that one. It'll be something to be seen.
Have the dates fixed for that?
Sorry?
Dates?
Yeah.
It doesn't. We'll get back to them.
It's in June. It's mid-June. Sorry? 21st to 24th.
Thank you, Lalita.
There you go. But they're all on the webpage, so you can look them up, and you can register now. In fact, it's cheaper if you register now.
Early birds.
Yeah, it's dearer if you do it later. And the only other note I really had that we've got to make is have fun. You know, we're here to work and we're here to help people. But you've got to enjoy yourself doing it. You know, you've got to have fun doing it. Don't let it become a chore. If it's a chore, do something else. You know?
Yeah.
So keep it. Now, I've got to be in my 15 minutes. I've got to be up. So I just end by remembering one thing, you know, serving together does achieve more, and we can change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, DG Paul. That was very interesting and valuable, honestly. Moving on to continue our meeting. Hello, guys. How are you? Please pop in. Don't worry. It's okay. We understand. Just little updates on a couple of things that we did throughout the month. So just little updates to continue with our regular meeting on a very special day. We have some bank updates. For those who don't know, we had struggles with the bank and the accounts, but now finally everything is settled and done. We moved from Commonwealth to Westpac, and we're very happy with their service and what they offer for the Lions Club accounts. Now that we're settled, we can actually give a little report of the accounts, what we've got, what we haven't, what we can do or not, and I'll leave that to our treasurer, Rita.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for having me.
I'll just give you a brief for the activity account. We have at the moment $2,450, and the admin $2,950. I know I have two requests from Lion Lebanon through Jocelyn and Dr. Haikal, and you voted to help Lions Lebanon. So for this reason, I want to thank Mr. Remy. He gave us the chance to do the sausage for Alpha at the 8th and 15th. So this money we're going to raise, we're going to give it half and a half for 2-year alliance to Lebanon. I hope you will be happy, and I hope we can raise much money as long as we do these activities.
That's it?
Yeah.
So the more we fundraise, the more we can help.
Yeah.
And at the moment, we're finding that barbecues are being a lot of a profit, because we are discovering from one barbecue, regardless how small, or let me say feeding around 400 to 500 people in one event, is giving us at least $1,000 profit. And that is great for helping international or local communities, like the crisis in Lebanon, for example. $20. Hello, how are you? Thanks for coming. No worries. Thanks for coming.
I'll move from here if you like.
Yes, so countries like Lebanon, 20 USD can actually help a whole month for one family. So for us to raise 1,000 Australian dollars, that could help a lot of families if we need to give to, countries like Lebanon and crises like Lebanon. Thanks for that, Rita. I'll just ask a quick question if you have any update for club grants. I know I sent you some.
Yeah, look, it was too late to apply.
Yeah.
But I need a couple more documents from you.
Right.
For me to be able to
Great.
get insurances, constitutions.
Fair enough. I'll keep in touch with you.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I know it's a good time for a couple of grants.
Right.
To be building and things like
Good. So Amal is one of our lovely members who has the skills and knowledge of grants. She's an accountant, so she can hopefully help us to have some grants that would help us, maybe if not to fundraise, to settle, like maybe storage, maybe so many things for us to settle in as a club, if not to raise money. So that would be great. So yeah, let's talk, and hopefully I can give you whatever documents needed, and maybe you can let us know what grants we can apply to. Thanks for that. Youth of the Year. I know we tried last year with no luck to do Youth of the Year. Hopefully this year, do we have any updates, Rafi?
Yes, I have sent emails to most of the schools, about 20 odd schools.
Okay.
Actually, I followed it up with a call for few. They all said, please call us after the school holidays.
Yes,
So I have to
fair enough.
start calling from
We'll
next
just
week.
do the telemarketing after school holidays again. For those who don't know, Rafi, can you give us a little, idea what's Youth of the Year?
I think
Graham is the best.
Everyone will have
Well, Rafi and Graham maybe can help us understand more about it, please.
Youth of the Year is a nationally run Lions leadership program for high schools, students aged between 15 and 19. It's been running for close to 50 years, just slightly over 50 years now. And it's run in every state of Australia. A lot of senior people in politics, in the industry and so forth, have gone through Youth of the Year and have either competed at the club level or competed at national final. It's a staged step process. It starts with a club final. Rafi will identify, will hopefully get some local schools who want to participate, and your club will have a club final. I'll be there to hold Rafi's hand all the way through because he'll need it. The winner of that will go to a regional final or an area final. The winner of that will go to a district final. The winner of that will represent our district at a state final. And the winner of that state final from all over New South Wales will represent our state at a national final at Darwin next year. To give you an example, Paul's club started it 2 years ago and they've done very well. They got through to district level, I think, recently. My club started it again last year, the year before last, after 26 years not doing it. And we made it through, one of our candidates made it through to the national final. So you can do it, it's just a matter of how much effort and you want to put into it. When I say it's leadership, it's all about two things. It's about that we're not looking for the best sports person or the best academic person or best job or whatever it might be. We're looking for that all-rounder. So it's two parts. There's an interview with a group of judges, and then there's a public speaking component where they're given two promptus and a prepared speech to deliver. So if you've never seen it, even if I'm hopeful Rafi will get it off the ground this year, which would be great, but if you want to see it in action, find a club around here that does it and go and see their club final. It will blow your mind. It really is that good.
Thank you, Graham. We'll give you a little feedback of what happened in the Lugano markets last month. So we had a stall in Lugano markets on the 24th of September. We had some toys and other gadgets to sell that were donated by the community, businesses mainly, and we were able to raise some money. I'll let Simon tell us how did it go, not financially, but the vibes.
Yeah, it was good. It was good weather. And there was people around. The Lugano markets is pretty
busy,
large and busy. Yeah, we sold quite a few the Christmas cakes.
Christmas cakes were the star of the show.
Yeah.
It was right before Christmas, and everyone's like, "Way, we found them finally!" So we had people go back home and get some more. Thanks, Simon. Rita, how much did we raise?
We raised $405.
In a couple of hours. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was good. Probably later on we need more donations. I mean, to be in such events or markets, we need more items.
Yeah.
I know some people, they give us some donation, but because we did too many markets, we don't have enough, items. If you know any, I don't know,
businesses or stuff,
they can help a little bit with this. And hopefully
$405. Well, that's great, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, Ernest.
How are you? Hi. Please pop in. When the come through, we'll find a chair. Yeah. Well, that's a surprise visitor. So we've
Welcome,
got
Ernest.
Rita says welcome.
Welcome.
Hello, guys.
This is my friend.
So
We met him
they're
today.
Rita's friends, and they came today to visit, check us out, and if they like us, they might hop on board. So welcome tonight.
Actually, Ernest was a lion, Adonis Zed from
Adonis
Lebanon.
Lions in
Yes.
Lebanon.
Yeah.
Wow, since when? Many years ago. So you lost your years now. Oh no, what a shame.
That's okay.
We'll put them back on.
Yeah.
Start them again.
Start again.
Start again.
No worries. Well, thanks for coming tonight. We really appreciate that. Continuing with our meeting, we've got a really nice announcement to say. Bunnings Bankstown Airport donated a brand new barbecue to us and a marquee 3x3. So, yay, we've got our own barbecue now. They're very generous. We always partner with them. We try to do our barbecues and markets with them. And they did really see that. They saw us as good partners throughout the years. So they just donated generously these stuff. We thank them. And we look forward in continuing the partnership with them. As our DG Paul mentioned earlier, District Convention is an important event coming through on the 10th, 11th and 12th of November in Sydney Olympic Park. You have the details on the paper for the address. And as he said, it would be really great to go and see how things go, even the boring stuff. But it's fun sometimes to, socialize and see what other Lions do and be part of important votes happening there. As of our club, I'm sure we have one vote. I'm not sure if we can have...
You may. I didn't bring my computer. If you log in
Yes.
to my LCI,
it will show.
They're out today.
Okay.
Or last night.
Yeah.
It'll tell you how many votes you got.
How many votes, good.
I can show you later.
No worries. Yes, we'll have a look. Thank you. So
You just go to conventions.
maybe... Can I ask you to help? Thank you. We'll just pass little
you might not be able
meals.
to enter, but you should be able to see them, I think.
She will do it, but if you can help. Yeah, just one each. Yeah, thank you. Start with yourself, please, Joseph. So, yes, if you have any questions or you're interested in being part of the convention, please come through and ask about details. I will definitely be there. I have the address here, but if you want the whole details, I'll bring through the email what's going to happen on each day, how you can be part of it, all the fees and everything. So I'll send it through the WhatsApp maybe. That would be that's a complimentary meal. Please enjoy.
If you like, I've got some flyers in my car.
Oh, you've got... Yeah, we can do that maybe afterwards.
Did I put it in here? I got it.
I hope no one has allergies to seafood. That's seafood. to the important part, which is the...
في وحدة زيادات يلا رافع.
It's okay. Project requests. So as Rita mentioned before, we did have 2 project requests from Lions Club in Lebanon, and we voted last month to help them. We weren't sure how much we can help with, and we're still not sure because, as Rita mentioned, we are trying to find ways of fundraising to find, collect money. And once we know how much, we will definitely, be in contact with them. Luckily, we have Jocelyn is our kind of, let's say, representative for one club, and Dr. Shaiban is the representative for another, which is great because, we can actually know what's happening and how we can actually help. So once we do 2 or 3 barbecues pop in and we know how much money we have, we will definitely let you know. We've got one more request that came through last week, which we spoke about a couple of months ago. It's actually the Milkite Church in Greenacre. They approached us a couple of months ago asking if we can help in fundraising, in activities, in events where we can collect money and send to Lebanon and Syria that what happened aftermath from the bomb, the bomb that happened in Lebanon a couple of years ago. Yeah. That's because a lot of children couldn't go back to schools. A lot of, destructions happened. So they actually wrote to us a letter, this time now officially, that they have numbers and they have a specific cause. I'll find it. Here we go. I'll pass it through. It tells you what's their project about. It tells you all the names of the students and how much they need to be able to go back to school. Because as she said, we don't want an uneducated youth in the Middle East, so that would be great if we can help. She mentioned how much money they need. It's around $10,000. She understands we cannot maybe give all of the amount, some of it, or break it into parts. That will all come to us if we want to help or not, and if we do, how much. So I'll pass that through this time from the right place. Pass it through to guys. See it, have a look. If you have any more questions, please let us know, and we will have Milkite Church elaborate on that. I don't want to make this meeting very long, especially that we've got a lot of guests today. We don't want to make them run away from the very first day. But because we mentioned convention, I have one of the nominees for the second vice, isn't it, Paul? Yeah. Peter, sorry. So he sent us his flyer, his brochures, what's his agenda. So it's good to have a look if you want to vote for him. Other people didn't send me anything, so I don't know who's the others. Jason. Okay, but he didn't send me any.
I've got them both.
Yeah, so.
I'm surprised that he didn't get you because he's going in alphabetical.
Well, he got us on the market. He came and took selfies with us and told us who he is, but I didn't get any emails today. I don't know, up to today. And because we mentioned we sold a lot of Christmas cakes, so it's something really nice that the area is liking. And the council has 2 Christmas markets going around in December, the 7th and the 14th, one in Kempsey and one in Paul Keating up here. They want us to sell Christmas cakes, and for that reason we mentioned last month, and everyone knows that we are actually ordering new cakes. So I'll pass that for you to know that we paid $660 for cakes. Lastly, before our lovely ceremony tonight, I have dates to remember. October 7th is our toy drive with Little Wings. I'll pass through as well a flyer that they've created, and they're expecting us to, send it through like we did with One Meal last year, but it's for the toy drive. We will be in Bankstown Central on the day, in front of Kmart, I believe. They'll come back to me. We will give those flyers to the public, and they will donate toys, and whatever we collect we'll give to Little Wings so that they as well would celebrate Christmas nicely like other kids. October 8th, we will have a toy drive as well as the barbecue. I really want to thank everyone. This WhatsApp polling system is really good so that everyone can vote who's coming and who's not. I've got already confirmations. New people on board today, if you are interested to be part of those events, please let me know so we can tell you where and when it's happening. If you'd like to volunteer your time on those days, that would be great. October 8th, we will be at Birong. So we will be there at 8 to start cooking and feeding the players, their families, and their whoever is, encouraging them on that night. Thank you again to Remy for bringing that through. That will help us to fundraise. October 15 is the second part of the tournament for that Alpha, but this time it will be in George's Hall on the 15th of October. Only one important thing I'd like you to remember for next month, please. We usually do our meetings on the first Wednesday of every month. Just next month, because most of our members have other things to do, we will move it to the Thursday of the 2nd of November just for next month, and I will remind you closer to date. And other dates on the paper, if you have any issues or concerns, please let me know. I will update you closer to date. Thank you. And now, before we go for the induction or the ceremony to bring on board 4 extra members, I'll ask maybe a little who you are, if you don't mind. I'll pass through. Sorry for the spotlight. We will start, yes. Hey. Oh, yeah, the minutes. Thanks for the reminder. Did the minutes pass around? Minutes? Paper? Pass? Yeah, I know, but did it pass around? Now, no, that's not it. Oh, here it is.
Come back and do a little bit of do your ducks.
Okay. Yeah. That will come through. Sonia, can you please just a couple of words, who you are and why you're here today?
My name is Sonia Amor. Do you want me to say the history?
No, just what brings you in today? What interested? Why you're so interested in becoming part of us? Thank you, of course.
Yes. I've always loved being working with different charities. Like I said 30 years ago. So
Nice.
I enjoy helping other people in need
Nice.
and making a difference to the quality of life. And my background, I'm a registered nurse for over 10 years. So I've helped people in need for a long time. And
Lovely.
I enjoyed every second. And I
Lovely.
would like to continue.
Lovely. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you. Marina. Well, either one. The other one. So it's Marina and Jimmy, her husband. So
Yes.
the boss speaks usually.
Speaking,
Go ahead.
I've been a lot on this country. I help them a lot. And me, Jimmy, Layla, Sonia are making very big charity.
Nice.
So really religious directions.
Oh, nice.
We need to help more people
Yeah, I forgot to
with
mention.
education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overseas people, bring people from overseas to study here.
Oh, yeah.
So NDIS, we got
I have NDIS
provide.
company.
Oh, lovely. It's all helping.
And I help a lot of people. I registered for all the registration NDIS groups.
Nice.
And I have many of clients. And well, if everybody needed any help from me, I give you my business card.
Oh, lovely.
Contact me with any help.
Thank you.
About you.
Oh, well, that's what we need. No, perfect. Thank you. Would you like to add anything, Jimmy? The same. Yeah. Yes.
When you go home, you have to look different place.
Yeah.
You can't just go to the same place.
True.
Get from all the way from Liverpool to here.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
People that way more cold. have been mentioned before, Dr. needs help, Syria needs help,
Yeah.
Africa needs help. There are China.
There's drama all over the world.
And Ukraine needs a lot.
Yes, true. Yes, that's true. Perfect. Hopefully we can do something together on board. Thank you so much. We still have... Dolly. Hi, Dolly. I was looking for you. Would you like to just say a word? Your name? What do you do?
Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Halimata Dolly. I'm very happy to be a member of the Women's Club. I like to help people.
Oh, lovely. Perfect. Thank you so much. Lovely. Thank you. And Mr. Ernest today, just lucky last. Nice. What is so interesting about Lions? You mentioned you were Lions as well before. Nice. Well, thanks for coming today, guys. Thank you so much. And now it's the lucky last. We have a little word from our Deputy Mayor Rashad Haria. She's in today with us. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting the Lions Club in every way. To be honest, we're always available with the council, and council is always available with us. I'll ask you just a small word before we start the ceremony, bringing all these lovely people on board today.
Hi everyone. I'd start by acknowledging the Governor of Paul and acknowledge the President Christine Cadros, who's the Lions Club in Canterbury Bankstown. And thank you for the amount of work that you do for Canterbury Bankstown and the board as well. It's fantastic to see not only does the Lions Club support the local community but also supports abroad. Like no matter where the help is needed or to improve a person's life, it's just unlimited supply of assistance that comes from the Lions Club, and we are very, very thankful. Of course, you have the sponsors that are there to support you, that's right behind your fantastic work. We've got, just to hear Bunnings that have supplied the free barbecue and the
Marquee,
just to say that because they believe in the work that you do for the local community. Canterbury Bankstown Council is very blessed to have a charity like the Lions Club that is very, very active. I see on social media day in, day out, trying to raise even funds for the Lions Club, yet alone trying to assist other charities along the way, which is really, heartening to see. So congratulations to all the members and the newly elected members that are going to take that pledge. Thank you for doing so. I know it's a volunteer work. I know you have a full-time job behind you as well as a family behind you. So much respect when you are taking up that volunteer work to try and make a difference in the people's lives as well as in the community. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The floor is yours again, Neil, for the inductions.
Now, you didn't tell me that, but lucky I bring it.
Oh, good. Let's go up. Yes, now we can use the stage. I'll ask Sonia, Marina, Jimmy,
Maybe
and Dolly.
before we do that,
Yes.
something I forgot to do
Oh, it's all right.
was to present you with my
thank you.
banner, which we should do
Thank you.
each time.
Lovely.
And I thought I might give one for your deputy mayor.
Of course, Deputy Mayor. Yes, it's very sorry.
Thank you so much.
Sonia, Marina, Jimmy, Dolly, if you'd like to come up on stage so that we can start the ceremony to make you part of our big family, please. members للمايسترو اللي إذا بحبوا يعرفون كذا بحبوا مرتي شيء بنعمل لهم ceremony. Yeah, she was like, yeah, that's true.
No, not.
Yeah, oh. Come through, guys. Come through. Yeah, and when I'm not not part of this. Actually, I'm going to take photos. You'll be up next. Word may discuss.
Yeah, maybe soon, yes.
She's next to me. Yeah. Should I come
So please excuse me, I'll turn my back because I want to talk to these people more so than yourselves. Okay, it's always a great honour and a privilege to be invited and induct new members. Because I said, the life of Lions is the people and our hands and what we can do to help people. Without new members, we can't do that. But you've been invited to become a member, and we're all extremely proud that you have accepted membership in the Lions Club of Canterbury Bankstown and Lions Club International. When you join one, you join both. Right? Oh, sorry, I saw you. I thought I'm making sure I wasn't missing someone. Right? You are joining the world's largest and most active service club organisation, a group of over 1.4 million men and women in 50,000 clubs operating in 200 countries and geographies, who are all dedicated to making a difference. Through your membership, you'll help your club reach out to people in need in our community and throughout the world. And hearing tonight about things in Lebanon, not necessarily things here. Right, your club was chartered in March, I think it was 1956, but if my memory's right. Yep, I was born in 55, so at least I was here for yours. Right? And you've been tirelessly serving those in need. The Lions Club of Canterbury Bankstown is committed to bringing the unparalleled services of Lions Club International to your community. You'll find that membership in your Lions Club and Lions Club International will offer many opportunities for personal growth. Not only can you experience the incomparable feeling you receive from volunteering, but we will also have the chance to hone leadership, communication and organisational skills. You can develop friendships that last a lifetime, meet other Lions from all corners of the world and contribute ideas that will help your club be an even more valuable part of our community. Your membership in the Lions Club of Canterbury Bankstown will allow us to reach more people in need in both your local and world communities. The officers and members of the club are thrilled that you have chosen to help us continue the legacy of Lions Clubs. Now, the speech is nearly over. By improving the lives of less fortunate and making our community an even better place to live. And I always add, and make sure you have fun doing it. Right? That's an important part of it. Now the pledge. This is like getting married. Say, I do and I will. Okay?
We've done it once. We can do it again.
Okay. Something we don't know, Christine.
Sorry.
You don't want to do it again.
Well, for the Lions, I will.
No, I've done it a couple of times. I don't recommend it. It's too expensive. Okay, do you hereby accept membership in the Lions Club of Canterbury Bankstown and Lions Club International, knowing that you're encouraged to participate in the functions of the club? I do. To the best of your ability, will you abide by the Lions Code of Ethics, attend meetings whenever possible, and contribute your share to the programs of your club, district and Lions Club International?
I will.
Okay, you are now officially members of the Lions Club of Canterbury Bankstown and Lions Club International. Now, I'll get your sponsors.
Deputy Mayor, don't say I do because you just became
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's great then.
See,
She might become one soon, don't worry.
notice that, but no, it's a nice way of saying, will you pay your dues? Because I said, contribute to your share. They've got a polite way of doing it. Okay, so can I get the sponsors to pin some badges on them?
Me and
Right, so we have Sonia.
Yeah, we'll pin the pins on first because it's a bit hard for them and then they handle.
Oh, thank you.
And who were the other?
sponsors for them.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Well, we can help pin them on if you like. I normally get the sponsors.
Marina.
Would you like to pin one on here?
on this side.
I can do yours. I'm always careful with the ladies. I get myself into trouble. Oh, that's a bit tougher than it looks.
You want to do it here?
You
don't have to worry about that.
Wherever suits you. Yeah, I don't like to damage a coat or whatever. I might get into trouble.
You want the
Yep. And now our certificates. But then I have some questions for the sponsors.
Thank you.
Can I have
Jimmy?
just the deputy mayor to give one?
Yep.
It's all right.
Yep, and get some photos.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
In fact, you could give them all out, maybe, eh?
Well done.
Yeah, we will catch photos.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you, Rowena. Yes, sponsors' questions. That's the part.
yes. Now, the longer bit and the more important part is for the. Are you going to be a sponsor too? Good. It's just,
Canterbury Bankstown.
so again, just a matter of saying "I will" at the end of it all. Okay. Now, I'd like to ask the sponsors to respond to my words with "I will." Will you fulfil the following obligations? Be a sponsoring mentor for the new Lions. Make your new member feel welcome. Introduce your new member to all club members. Provide your new member with information about the club, its officers and constitution. Arrange for orientation sessions for the new member. Be ready and willing to answer any questions that might arise, and encourage new members to discuss with you any problems and offer possible solutions, and assist the new members in developing into an outstanding Lion. And it's important that the sponsors look after the new members.
Yes.
We've got to indoctrinate you properly, but we also got to make sure you enjoy yourself and you understand what's expected and whatever and what you do. So the sponsors are very important. So let me congratulate you and welcome you to the greatest of all service club organisations, the International Association of Lions Clubs. We're all extremely proud and happy you have decided to become a member of the Lions Club of Canterbury Bankstown. Thank you. The sponsors we can give certificates to and badges.
Yeah. Why not? Do you want me to help? This is for God.
Well, you're the sponsor.
I'm a sponsor. He's a sponsor.
So-
Sonia's
So
a
the
sponsor.
member gives it to the...
Yes, the members can.
You can also stand with us.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Oh,
I
yes.
have a photo.
Yes. Let me get rid of the bits of paper. Because they never look good in your hands.
All right.
And I'd love to have a photo with all of you.
This one...
Shuffle around half circle this way.
Yep. Yep.
I'll have you next to Paul. And yeah, with this.
I don't bite much.
No, you're fine.
Over here, ladies. Got any
Wife doesn't let me out very
Next to
often.
the photo, please.
Everybody else? Yep, got you all? No, back this way.
You can catch also.
Yep.
You can catch. No problem. You can catch.
Oh, okay. Real gladly.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Big smiles. Oh, that's it. Lovely. Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sure you'll have a long and enjoyable. I'm sure you all have a long and enjoyable association. I normally ask everyone to come up and shake hands, but there's a